everyone, and welcome to today's episode on the Fashion Fables podcast. Been a pretty hectic week for me as I started my first real semester at school, and I had all in-person classes, and so it's a little bit of an adjustment, kind of getting back into the swing of things. And I moved into a new apartment, and so it's kind of just settling in and all that stuff, but it's been pretty good so far. Little bumps in the roads, but nothing's perfect. So I think that I had a good start, and I'm looking forward to what's to come. And so I think that today's episode is gonna be very much so focused on just change and what that means. And when I say change, this can mean many different things. And today what I'm going to talk about is change in your fashion style and change in yourself mentally and maybe even physically, but more so mentally I'm going to touch on. So we're going to start with the fashion side of it, because sometimes I think that people just assume change to be, a scary thing and something that maybe you don't look forward to, something that can come off as negative. But I truly think that change can be something beautiful. And, I like to use this, it might be a little, I don't know, corny, I guess, but I just feel butterfly analogy, where a butterfly changes and blooms from a moth to something so beautiful. And so I think that we as humans have the capabilities to transform, and that comes with life, that comes from living, and that ultimately comes from experience. But I think that ultimately growth is just so beautiful and something that we should all want to kind of encounter and kind of witness, just to become the best versions of ourselves. And I think that being able to kind of understand yourself in a way that you never have before is just very liberating, to be able to make choices for yourself, to be able to say no if you don't want to do something, and to be able to kind of know who you are with what you're doing, I think is really important. So we're going to start with the fashion aspect of change. And so I think that as we get older, I know for me especially, I at first, I was the biggest lover of huge bows on my head, and I literally had a contest with my friends who had the biggest headband with a huge bow on it, and it was so funny. And we actually went to the dollar store and got a bunch of ribbon and stuff, and we made this very huge bow and flower, and I'll just never forget it, because that's how obsessed we were with wearing headbands in our hair. And I don't know, just the innocent stages where everything just seems to be I don't know, just perfect, and the tiniest things make you happy. And so that made me and my two best friends at the time super happy. And so it was just so funny. And then we all came into school the next day, and we showed our big headbands, and we all were matching, and people would definitely look at us we were crazy, but we just didn't care, because we loved it, and it made us feel so cool, and we thought we looked so pretty. But I think that that feeling more of us should carry as we continue in life, to kind of not care what other people think, and if it makes us happy. That huge bow that was on top of our head, that was most likely bigger than our heads, because we were probably in 4th grade at the time. That made us so happy that we genuinely just walked around with it with a big smile on our face. And so if more of us today could kind of focus more on what makes us happy, and if something doesn't make us happy, not to do it. It's just as simple as saying no. And if something doesn't make you happy, just be proud of it, and just wear that or be that or do that because you want to, and because you love it, and because it makes you feel good. And so going back to the fashion, so yeah, I started out loving big bows and all things pink, which I still do love now, but it was more of the hot pinks and very vibrant bright colors. And I would wear different light up shoes, and I don't know, some of the outfits I saw myself wearing in photos, I just thought I looked absolutely ridiculous. But I think that we were young, and for the most part my mom would dress me, because I don't know, I just didn't dress myself at such a young age. I think that it was so cute to look back and see what I actually wore, because all my friends would wear similar things, and it was just so funny. And then you know, like, I really didn't have my own fashion style or own way of expression at the time because I was so young and I didn't really know much about fashion. I wasn't really educated on it the way I am now. Like, I didn't really read much into it. I really didn't have the internet at my, like, fingertips to kind of explore more. And I just think it was so funny how I was this one, like, way of dressing because of how I was, like, raised and how my mom dressed me. And then as I evolved, you know, I finally kind of grew out of that big bow phase, and I didn't really, you know, want to wear such big, like, kind of flashy things in my hair. I wanted to be more subtle and stuff like that, and I realized that I was, like, maturing and stuff like that. And then I'd start to wear like black leggings and more just, like, modest clothing. Like, I'd wear, like, all black, or like just, like, more of the elegant clothing, like blushes, pinks, you know. And this is when my fashion style really started to, like, come about, and I started to begin to see, like, what I liked to wear, what I didn't like to wear, and kind of, like, stopped allowing my mom to just, like, pick out every outfit I was wearing, because I was like, well, yeah, I love my mom's style, she has really great style, but I'm kind of my own person, and I kind of know what I like. And so it was just a great feeling to be able to pick out what I really wanted to wear without, you know, my mom obviously, like, approved of it or whatever at the time when I was, like, maybe just in middle school, but then I was the ultimate one, like, picking out what I wanted to wear. And so that was really amazing. And so I think that this whole, like, idea of, like, your fashion changing and emerging is actually something so beautiful, because it's like, I always discuss fashion as a form of expression, and so by me and by any of my listeners kind of finding their fashion style as they get older, it's almost like you're blooming into who you are, and you want to kind of wear the things that make you stylish and that make you feel good, and, you know, that means something different for everyone. Like, I'm on a huge college campus, and I see so many different people and dressing in so many different ways, and honestly, it's great because I can kind of see what people like to wear, what kind of styles people like, and how they differ from what I like. And I just noticed, like, those little things. And so then as I got older, I really started establishing my fashion style. And then, you know, I think another reason why people's fashion style changes is because trends are always changing literally by the minute. Like, one day something's popular, and then the next day, like, nobody wears it anymore. And so I think that the trends have a lot to do with, like, why your style changes. And I think it's, like, so great to keep exploring, like, fashion. And I think it's great for new styles to keep coming out, because, like, you really, like, just, like, see what you like and what you don't like, and you become yourself through what you wear. And I just really think that's true, especially for me, because, like, I'll put on an outfit and I'll be like, oh my god, this is so me, I love it, and I'm gonna have a great day because I love the outfit I'm wearing, you know what I mean? So I think, like, what you wear can kind of make you feel a certain way, like, can kind of make you feel good. Like, if you're tired, you're probably dressed in more bummy clothes, like a sweatshirt, sweatpants, or shorts, or something like that, and that can kind of express that you're maybe feeling tired and stuff like that. If you put on a fancier outfit, it means, like, you're ready to, like, have a good time, or you're ready to just, I don't know, have a productive day. And so I think that evolving fashion and you changing your fashion style should not be something that you feel bad about or something that you regret, because you might have to buy a few different pieces of clothing and maybe not wear something that you thought you would wear all the time, because that's totally okay. I think I'd rather kind of wear what I like rather than just wear things I don't like just to say I'm, like, wearing what I buy. Obviously, you know, that comes in various different extents, but definitely don't be wasteful, but definitely buy what you like. And if you don't like it, I mean, it's totally okay. There's always options to give it away, such as, like, donating it or putting it up for sale on your Poshmark, and just various different things. You can make an Etsy and stuff like that. So I think that's what I have to say about, like, the fashion style changing and stuff like that. And I honestly think that it's so great how fast fashion changes, because, like, you're always looking forward to what's to come and stuff like that. And I'm really excited to honestly see, like, what cool things come out for this fall 2021, like, what type of fall fashion comes out, because fall is, like, such a great season of, like, dressing cute and, like, comfy and, like, stylish. And so I'm really eager to see what types of trends kind of are in the works. I know a few, and I've kind of posted about those, but I feel like there's so many more that's going to come out, and so I'm really looking forward to it, because I love fall fashion, and so I think there's going to be some really good things coming up. And now, like, touching on, like, just, like, changing who you are as a person and, like, growing, I think that especially now I'm in college, I've really noticed my growth. And, that's mentally, I've kind of realized that I'm on this journey, I'm on this path of life because I am here to accomplish my goals and become the best version of me. And it's like, there's other people around me, obviously, but at the end of the day, you're your first priority, and you're going to be the one with you no matter what. And so I think that sometimes dwelling on things that maybe you thought were important really aren't. And as you get more mature, you kind of realize that, like, it's really not worth it at all. Like, you have every decision, like under your hands, like, and don't feel like pressure to do things. Like, sometimes we don't have a choice to do things, but, like, you can always control your actions and stuff like that. So I think, like, remaining consistent and not letting an environment change who you are is, like, really important. I think sometimes, like, growing means that you're just evolving more, and I think evolving is such a great thing. And you can kind of notice someone's growth. You can notice when someone becomes happier. You can notice when someone, I don't know, just looks like more themselves. And so I think that this is why change can be so, like, amazing, because you can kind of see someone flourish as, like, their best self. And that's what everyone wants in this world, to become their best self. So if you feel like you're changing, don't feel bad about it. More feel like you're embracing it, and those who kind of support you will be there for you. And so I kind of just think that life is, like, a big path of self-exploration and self-growth. And so there's ups and downs that come with life, but at the end of the day, I think it's important to realize all that you have accomplished and all that you have going for you, because you're so special and you're the only you. And so sometimes we can't let the little things that happen in our life, the little challenges, make us feel defeated. We kind of have to look at ourselves as a whole picture and kind of just keep going, taking each day a day at a time, and keep setting goals. And I promise you'll look back one day and be so proud of how far you've come, and you'll realize that you're becoming the person that you want to be. And it's, like, amazing. It's sad to grow up because, like, you're getting older, but it's also beautiful because as you get older, once you're in your college years, you truly actually become who you are. And I think that it's a continuous journey of self-exploration, like I've been saying, but I encourage all of you guys to want to become your best selves and want to seek that self-exploration in what you do and don't like. So yeah, I think growth is beautiful and everyone should embrace it. So that's what I want to touch on today, because I think it's important to get more of a perspective on that. And I hope I kind of opened your eyes to some things that you didn't really think about in growth. Maybe if you're struggling and you feel like, why am I changing and why don't I feel a certain way anymore? I hope I kind of have made you feel better and given you a light that everything will work out and everything will be okay. So whenever you're listening, thank you so much as always, and enjoy the week ahead, and love to all. I will see you guys here next week on the Fashion Fables for a very fun guest episode. So thank you so much, and talk to you guys soon. Bye.